So we've now reached the third stage of the recruiting process, which first of all, congratulations. That means you've navigated your way through the first two parts, those being how to really identify the right schools for you as a person, as a student, and as an athlete. And then secondly, obviously through your skill level, your academics, through understanding how to market yourself recruiting-wise, you've gotten coaches interested in you. So you are a recruit, you're being recruited, it's tremendous. You've just gotten way above about 95% of the high school population that never really gets any recruiting attention. So what you get to now is almost this phase of like the world of work. And if your parents are listening, they may understand this. But imagine somebody loses a job and they're out of work for months and they hustle and network and send out resumes, go to job fairs, do all these different things. And all of a sudden in 1 week that effort pays off. They get 4 job offers in 1 week, and those employers want an answer to that, to whether they're going to work there by the end of the week. So your parent, mom and dad, have to get more information before they decide where to go to work, and that might be what the pay is, what the benefits, health insurance, chance for promotion, office expense account. It could be whatever, depending on what work that they do. So they would ask a lot of questions. Well, in essence, you're in that same position now. So first thing we're going to talk about just prior to that is if a coach is bringing you in for a visit, if a coach is coming to your house or your school to meet with you, they're clearly already interested in your talent level. They know you can play. They've probably done their homework on your academics. And more than likely, unless you screw it up, meaning if you're rude, if you don't say a word, if you don't talk, then you should be fine. Again, think about it from the coach's perspective. There's a lot of talented athletes out there. They're very interested in you, but at the same token, they're in college coaching because they get to pick who's on the team and who's going to join the coaching family. So, do you fit into that family? So that you certainly want to present yourself well, dress well, speak, look at the coach in the eye, be yourself, but certainly, be on your best behavior. That's a good way to say it. Back to what the coach is going to do now. Obviously, if the coach is interested, the coach is going to sell you on you going to their program. So they're going to tell you about the academics and their background as a coach and what their future plans are for you and why you should pick that school. And that's great. That's part of being recruited. You want to hear all that. But at the same token, if there's anything about the program, the athletic department, something that they don't want you to know, more than likely, that's not the first thing you're going to say. So back to your parents looking for a job. They may not say, listen, we'd love to hire you. Here's the salary. Here's the benefits. Just want you to know the last 4 people have quit this job in a week because they hated it. They're not going to tell you that. So unless you sort of know what to look for when you're being recruited, you could possibly have the wool pulled over your eyes and commit to a school, enroll in the fall, and be pretty frustrated and unhappy and either want to quit the sport or transfer. And you really want to try to avoid that at all costs. So you always want to ask questions about academics. You're in college for a degree, for an education. You want to ask as many questions as possible of how you're going to manage your sport and your academics. Secondly, make sure to ask the players and parents of kids in the team to find out, is this coach the type of person that you really would make the right fit for you? Are they really a good coach? We know stories we read about that players were recruited, get to a school, find out that they're mistreated, and they're not happy with the program. Thirdly, really find out if the coach is why they like you. Are they going to move a position or move your event? Who do you have to beat out on the team now or in your recruiting class to become a regular player? And then a key thing that this is probably the area that most athletes, parents wouldn't be aware of because they're not in this profession, but what is the athletic department like? Do you have to fundraise for your gear? Do you get gear? If you get injured, who pays for it? Is there a trainer, a strength coach, a team doctor? What are the facilities like? How do they travel, by bus or plane or vans or cars? So it's great that you're being recruited, but likely if you are, you've got 4 or 5 schools. So now you're going to have to make a decision based on which is the best fit, which we'll talk about later. But you also really want to be able to ask questions to know that you're getting the answers that you really need the information to. So walk in there, have a list of questions to ask the coach. Hopefully they answer it as they're selling you on the program and coming to their school. But if not, be on the